Hi everyone, and thank you for purchasing my multi-year financial dashboard. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up and use the template step by step. I will keep this brief, but I strongly recommend reviewing the detailed instructions in the README tab, which includes additional guidance. Before we begin, I want to explain how protected cells work. This Google Sheets template is protected to prevent any accidental changes to formulas or automated links. If you see a message like this appear, click Cancel or X. This helps to maintain the integrity of the workbook. If a protected cell is edited by mistake, you can always start again with a fresh copy of the template. Editable cells are clearly identified in each tab and are usually shown as white cells. You'll see in the top left corner a little helper note that will tell you if it's an input tab or not. So let's go ahead and start with the Inputs tab, which is where the setup starts. First, you will input your company name or your name if using it for personal budgeting purposes. You will then go ahead and input your start year. Keep in mind that this is a multi-year template, so you can use it for 5, 10, 15 years. This field simply captures the year you started using the template. So in this example, I started in 2021. Next, you will go ahead and input your currency. You can copy and paste your currency symbol directly into this input cell. Next, you put your start month. This is only applicable if your fiscal year differs from your calendar year. In most cases, you can leave this set to January. You can then select your statement name from the drop-down menu for your profit or loss statement. Next is the most powerful feature of this template, which is the chart of accounts. This works very similar to professional accounting softwares. In section 1.2, you can go ahead and define your 10 main income categories and 10 main expense categories. In section 1.3, you're going to go ahead and define your subcategories, which roll up into each main category, for a total of up to 50 subcategories each. Main categories should be broad, while subcategories hold the detail. So for example, in my main categories, I have product sales, which is a generic name. But then I can go ahead and define my subcategories in more detail in section 1.3. So I'm going to go ahead and select the drop-down menu and click Product Sales. You'll note that anything that you populate in your 10 main income or expense categories will automatically appear in the drop-down selection. You'll also see that for product sales, I already have Product A sales, Product B sales, Product C sales, and wholesale sales. So these 4 subcategories will roll up to the product sales main category. And here's the little warning sign that will populate in a few seconds. Because we do not have a subcategory name defined to the main category, a warning will prompt. If you do not populate the subcategory name, then it will not pull into the dashboard. So we're going to go ahead and fill out this cell, and we'll call this Product E Sales. You'll see in a few seconds that this error message will disappear. Next, 2 points I want to make before I go ahead. One is try to keep all main categories and subcategories with unique names. Do not use duplicate names, and that might confuse the template and the formulas. Next is if you define a main category name or a subcategory name, do not come back and change it, even if it's a typo, especially if you started using the transaction log. If you do, then I will show you how to correct this error when I go into the income log. Last in this Inputs tab are the helper notes. These are guidance notes placed throughout the workbook. You can hide or show helper notes by using this little toggle. It's useful for printing or presentation purposes. For this demonstration, I will leave them on. Next is the Chart of Accounts tab. You'll see here's a helper note which says there are no input cells. This is also a helper note. So once you press that toggle, you'll see that both helper notes are no longer there. This tab automatically displays all main categories and subcategories in a clear alphabetical structure. It updates automatically based on the Inputs tabs and should not be edited. As this little note indicates, there are no input cells. Moving on to the Budget tab. Here you can enter your net income target for each year. This is optional but recommended. Enter net income targets as positive numbers and losses as negative numbers. You don't need to populate all years at once. You can update each year as you go. So for example, if I'm entering into 2026, I have gone ahead and populated my monthly net income targets, but I don't need to populate 2027 onwards until those years are upcoming. Now let's take a look at the income and expense logs. I'll just walk you through one as both work the same way. Mandatory fields include transaction date, transaction amount, category, and subcategory. Sales tax and description are optional fields. And you'll see two grayed out columns. These are not input cells. You'll also see the little helper note to remind you. I'm going to go ahead and type a date here. And if the date is not in a valid format, you'll see an error. Please ensure that all dates are in a valid format. I'm going to go ahead and put an optional sales tax rate, and you'll see that my sales tax amount and total amount has auto-populated. I'm going to go ahead and click category, and you'll see all your 10 main income categories. And I'm going to click subcategory, and you'll see the new product e-sales subcategory has auto-populated. Now let's talk about the error checks. So you'll see here an error check came up, and it says invalid category, enter a subcategory. I'm going to go ahead and click this and re-click the selection. That's because we subsequently changed the name of the category or subcategory, and it was not pulling correctly. So please make sure that the error checks are always up to date and that this is 0. You'll see here I just deleted this subcategory. You need to define one category and one subcategory. If you don't, then an error will come up. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is updated. Now let's move on to the profit and loss statement and dashboards. This is the monthly profit or loss statement. It's presented at the main category level, so you have your 10 income and 10 expense rows, and it's automatically populated by month. Once you enter your year, all transactions for that year populate into this clean, printable statement. You can view any year included in the template, including prior years as well. Now let's move on to the monthly dashboard. This allows you to analyze any specific month by selecting the month and entering the year. Key metrics will populate at the top and compare to the same month in the prior year. So in this case, I selected January 2025, so my prior year is going to be January 2024. You'll see here your 10 main income categories and your 10 main expense categories and variances alongside visual charts to show you income allocation, expense distribution, and year-over-year comparison. One of the most useful features of this monthly dashboard is the 15-month view. It's a trailing 15 months. Based on the selected month, it automatically shows revenue, expenses, and net income for the last 15 months. It allows you to quickly identify trends over time. So for example, I selected January 2025. You'll see that's the last month over here, and it goes back 15 months to November 2023. Now I'm going to select January 2024, and you'll see my last month is updated here, and it goes all the way back to November 2022. Lastly, you have your monthly savings progress bar, which ties directly to your budget. Below all of this, you will have your subcategory details. The dashboard summarizes results at a main category level, but this section shows you how each total breaks down by subcategory, similar to how professional accounting systems allow you to drill into details. Next, we have our annual dashboard, which works very similar to the monthly dashboard. You simply enter the year you want to analyze. Key metrics will populate at the top, comparing to the prior year, along with charts for income allocation, expense distribution, and your monthly performance. You also have your 10 income categories and your 10 expense categories, alongside your detailed subcategory information at the bottom. Next, we have our 5-year dashboard. Even though this template supports many years of data, this dashboard focuses on a 5-year window. You're going to go ahead and enter the most recent year you want to analyze, and the dashboard automatically populates the prior 4 years. So you'll see I typed in 2025 and it pulls information since 2021. You will see category level results, aggregate income and expense allocation charts, and overall performance trends. And it also highlights the best year for total revenues and best year for total net income. Next is the Transaction History tab. This allows you to drill into transactions by category, similar to professional accounting systems. You're going to go ahead and select your income, which is on the left side, and expenses are on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and select one of the 10 main income categories. And it will pull all information inception to date since you started using this template. You can then drill further into specific subcategories. So I'm going to click Product eSales. I can do the same for expenses. The final feature is the sales tax reporting. Based on the sales tax rates you entered into the logs, income or expense logs, this dashboard summarizes tax collected on income and tax paid on expenses, and calculates your net tax position for the selected year. This brings us to the end of the walkthrough. Once the template is set up, it becomes very easy to maintain. If you ever need help or have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you're interested in a customization, just send me a message and we can discuss your needs. Thank you again for your purchase, and I hope this dashboard helps you gain clarity and confidence in your finances.